What is up, guys? This is going to be not a case study, but just kind of a in-depth, semi-in-depth overview of my last product that I run, the last store that I did. And I just want to kind of show you guys my failures, my successes, and what I'm going to do moving forward. So I found, don't worry about what's on screen, by the way. I'll explain this in a second. But the product that I was running was a lash serum. I'm not going to bring up all the Kalo data info and the Google Trends info. I'll talk about it because I want it to be short. I want it to be concise for the video. So it's a lash serum. Maybe I'll pop some images up on Premiere Pro. I'll just input some shit. But it was a lash serum. So if you know girls in your uni, in your high school, your sister, whatever, they wear kind of these big black, what do you call them? Falsies, false lashes. So these girls will wear them. And there's kind of a new trend going on, or kind of a new aesthetic where girls don't really want to be fake, but they also want to have these kind of longer lashes without having, tons of mascara or clumpy mascara or false eyelashes. So I had a lash serum product where you literally just put the serum on and your lashes will grow in about 2 to 4 weeks. And so I did that product. I found it on Kalo data, and I put it on Deezers. I found some really, really cheap cogs, and yeah, so I decided to run with it. On Kalo data, the creatives initially were all Spanish, and so I had to switch the product, and so it delayed me a couple of days. Actually, it didn't delay me a couple of days, sorry. It only delayed me like a couple of hours. I quickly switched everything. I created the website a little different. I think it was about 6 hours it took me to do that. And then I had English creatives and yada yada, so we got that in touch. We got that set up. So what went wrong? Well, if we look through my ads manager here, you will see what went wrong. If we look here at the last serum test, I ran this for 3 days. We started on October 15th. We ran it to the 17th for testing. I ran it. So my budget per day was $100. I upped my budget up from $50. We'll see if I do that again for my next product. It's not because I have kind of a fixation of mind in regards to my budget or the preservation of my capital, but I don't want to run head first. I thought this was a really good store, and bam, I'm going to put $100, and bam, I'm going to get rich. It didn't happen. Anyways, I'll make that decision when it comes, but I'm on the fence. So my amount spent was $330. It went a little bit above budget each day. My purchase conversion value, $42, $40, nothing crazy. Only one purchase for $330 spent. Now that's a red flag. Whether it's on the creative side or the conversion side, we'll look. Of course, cost per purchase is that because I spent all that and got one purchase. Irrelevant. Impressions is better. If you'll see on my last videos, my impressions were extremely low relative to the amount spent that I had in the budget. So my impressions, I was happy to see that throughout the 3 days they were higher. Reach, good. Frequency, whatever. Clicks 87. That is a huge increase, probably because of the budget that I had, but a big increase. CPC, CTR, CPM, all that stuff. 10 add to carts. That's pretty low considering 87 link clicks and the kind of nicheness of the lash serum. But nonetheless, let's look at October 15th. So I'll run through this fairly quickly here. 117 spent. I got the purchase on the first day after about 7 hours of spending and about $90 of spend. Impressions, reach, frequency, link clicks, 43 link clicks on the first day. Okay, that's good for me. CPC, CTR, great CTR, CPM. Actually, let's look at the ad level just so you can see here. So yeah, for this day, you'll see here, we'll just filter by amount spent. $108. Oh, $108 spent completely on that ad. Everything else got minimal in comparison. One purchase ROAS, frequency, link clicks, all that stuff. Just run through this quickly. 2 ATCs, and my hook rate and my hold rate, you'll see there. And the link clicks only went to that ad. So pretty crazy that none of these got a lot of spend. And that stays consistent. It's a consistent theme, a consistent pattern throughout the testing. And I'm not sure if this is an Andromeda thing or if it's, maybe just a campaign thing that I did wrong or kind of imprecisely. But I've noticed with some of my other friends that we've been running with the same $100 budget per day, either 100 USD, 100 CAD, or 50 budget, whatever a day. And they've noticed the same thing, that with, for example, one campaign, 3 ad sets, 3 or 4 ads per ad set, Andromeda is going to fade, or with the introduction of the Andromeda update, a lot of the spend, like majority, 80, 90% of the budget is going, 100% of the budget in some cases is going all into one ad. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing. So I'm just not really sure. On this day, you'll see it got a little bit more even, 30, 20, 27, 20. Still though, you'll see the link. Actually, the link clicks were a little bit better. So today was better, I guess, or this day was better because I guess the previous day Meta had all that kind of money and time to allocate the budget to different receptive audiences, and so it could kind of pick and choose, and then these ads got the most spend. And we'll go here to October 17th, the final day. I got 0 purchases that day, by the way. Then you'll see here a little bit different, so 78, 30, and 16 clicks on that day. So 4 ATCs, 0 purchases. And then if we look here at the whole testing time, it was not fantastic. Now, I do have some suspicions as to why maybe I did, what am I doing here? As to maybe why I didn't have any purchases except that one. And I'll go through that in a second. But you can see here that pretty much all of my spend went towards this one ad. Crazy. 220, 50, 37 drop off, right? One purchase with 223 spent. 37 link clicks. It's not great. It's not great. Now, I would have been okay with these metrics being worse if I got more purchases or a higher volume of purchases, but I didn't. And so it's odd that my metrics were good despite, having my creative metrics were good despite having no purchases. And I found that odd. So it kind of threw me off when I saw that I had all this money spending, better impressions that I've had, better link clicks. The CPC was good actually, that's not a great CPC. It's the link clicks. Now here's what I'm thinking. The CPC to the link clicks is a little bit odd. I guess that's because, on October 15th, let's look at the entire campaign. Let's look at the campaign level. I think that's probably a better. Why does it keep doing that? It's weird. I just want to do this. So yeah, we'll see 87 link clicks. It's better. The CPC $3 in total, CTR 6. So these are objectively better metrics than I have previously gotten. Now, if you see here, the ATC is low, bruv. 10 add to carts for $300, $330. That's craziness. I would also note that my hook rate is above 30%, which leads me to if the hook rate was under 30%, I'd be like, yeah, it's a creative issue. But with the 87 link clicks and the high hook rate and the high, I was like, well, maybe it's curiosity clicks, which would then correlate to the fact that I have 10 add to carts. So basically somebody who's curious with your ad, likes the ad, clicks on it, your video, and that's why it has a spike in your campaign would have a spike in link clicks and a high hook rate. They click your website and then they drop off. So anybody else that would look at this would say, well, clearly it's a conversion issue. Clearly a conversion metric issue. Clearly it's a post-click funnel issue. And I would agree with you, but we'll see in a second that my website was the best website that I had, and then we'll kind of go from there. So we will go from there. So those are the metrics on the Ads Manager. Here's my funnel breakdown. You'll see in the corner here, 169 sessions, 8 add to carts, 5. This is in total, so it should be a little bit different. Social sessions by refer, it should be different. 93. So it's a little bit different, but the add to the cart and the re-checkout is yeah. So just put 80 whatever there in the sessions. 80, 8 ATC, 5 reach checkout, 1 completed checkout. So not a great. It's not a great funnel, considering that I thought my website and my product was killer. I mean, super killer. When I was doing my deep product research, my persona research, doing the copy, doing even the design of the website, looking at my competitors, I was like, this product is good. It solves a problem, solves an insecurity. It doesn't work instantly, but if you actually want to grow your lashes, 4 weeks is not crazy. Like, it's not crazy at all, right? To have long lashes that'll last you like yeah, that's, I would say it's instant relative to the problem that it's solving. It's visual. It's not super visual. The after effect of the product is visual. The product itself isn't, like with the long lashes. That's visual. Psychological. You have to do a bit of explaining. So it hit all of the most of the product criteria, 4 to 5. It was really product problem solving. I looked at my competitors' websites. I really tried to make it branded, as we'll see in a second. And I looked on my Facebook Ads Manager, and I had a good amount of competitors, but they were not capitalizing on that UGC. Maybe I didn't find the right, or maybe I didn't look at the right. Maybe I wasn't in depth in looking for competitors on Ads Manager. But from my research, I didn't see a whole host of competitors analyzing the ads manager, the ad library. So I decided to run the product, and I sourced it, got everything good, and then you'll see here. Oh, actually, is there anything else I should go over? Yeah, only one sale. We went over the funnel, so it could have been a website issue, right? Metrics were good metrics, right? So now I'm looking at the conversion metrics, the post-click metrics, and I'm looking at the funnel with the website. I'm like, okay, maybe something isn't good here. So we're gonna click onto bada bing, bada boom, the website. I was debating showing this because I'll admit I do have an emotional tie to the product because I've put effort into it, because I think the product is good based on my own research, because I think that the hero images are good, the copy is good, it's the best website that I've done because the cogs are low, a bunch of different reasons. So I have kind of that emotional attachment, but that's the reason I'm showing it, because you're not supposed to be emotional in this game. However, I am kind of looking at everything from an analytical perspective, and I can, not only am I emotionally tied to it, but I can back that up with proof and data to show that there's kind of some evidence behind my opinion as to and my emotions and my feelings toward the product. So it's not just all emotion. I have to run it. I love this product. If you don't make sales in the product, you should with the testing method that I'm doing, you should cut the product and run another product. But I also have data to back up the opposite of that opinion and that belief. Anyways, I really hope this lighting isn't too bad. There is a lighting up here, but it's an orange light, so I have some light from the side here. Yeah, so I'll just do a quick rundown of the website. I will say it's the best website that I've created, and for testing, it's good, I'd say. But perhaps I spent too long on the website, and maybe it was just God saying, bro, you care too much. Have a good website, post it. Don't go like super, super, super niche down. Anyways, up here, announcement, social proof. I have this kind of bar, free shipping, but I don't get one free. See results from 100,000 women. And we'll see here the photos. I did all of this on Canva. Most of it was just from me from scratch. Not a lot of it was AI. During this testing phase, I want to give my customers as much value as possible to go and check out. So I couldn't really rip my competitors' content because it didn't really go over what the product is, what it does, how it works, what results you can get, us versus others, product benefits, instructions, social proof, guarantees, all that type of stuff. So it didn't go over that in the hero images, and the hero is like the most important thing, right? Because nobody's going to go like, the percentage of people that are going to go like this is drastically lower than the percentage of people who are going to go like this, right? We read left to right. So I incorporated text, lots of value into the hero images. If you don't know what hero image is, this is what it is. So bam, we have the lash serum, have a little review there, have the whatever they're called there, fragrance free, lab tested, 100% vegan. We go here. So this would be what it is. Then we have what it does, a little review before and after. Then we have what results can I get? So 97%, 93%, 89%. You can read that. Doctor there. That's AI. This girl is from Pinterest or from Google or whatever. I just said AI, a smile, and hold my product. Get darker, healthier looking lashes. So again, this girl, she was just a mom on Pinterest. I said, make her eyes closed and have a joyful smile on her face and hold my product. There's another little mini before and after with a close-up of the eyes. Little review. Then we have here us versus them. So here's our Skinomics Lash Serum. Here is the other people's things. You can read the stuff I have on the bottom. And yeah, that is it. So we have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos there. Okay, we have here the title with the value proposition. Lash growing serum for short eyelashes. It could have been like for a woman with short eyelashes or something. I could have made that better. Or woman with sparse eyelashes or something like that for 30-year-old. I don't know, something like that, right? 29,000 reviews. We rated 4.9. Got that in there. Then we have here the little description, 3 bullet points, the bundle, buy one, get one free, buy two, get two free. Perhaps this was a mishap on my part because my competitors did not have a bundle. They just had buy one for like $60. So maybe I undercut. Perhaps that was a potential mishap on my part, was the price being too low. This is in USD, by the way. And maybe that was something. And also, they didn't have a bundle. They had a buy one and then a OTP, one-time purchase. And then they also had a subscription. And since I'm not doing MRR, I thought it was irrelevant. And I'm just going to make the bundle and try and make the prices lower to get a lot of purchases. But maybe that didn't work in my favor. A buddy gave this to me. Thank you very much. We have here, we have the little FAQ being right at the beginning. A lot of kind of most common FAQs, frequently asked questions at the beginning, right under the hero, because I want to, objection handle ASAP because it's a beauty product and I want to see that stuff. Little reviews here. Here we go. So we have instructions, benefit 1, benefit 2. So dermatologist, see changes in 2 weeks. So those are the 2 benefits. Custom results, 100,000 women enjoyed longer, darker, and healthier lashes. Bada bing, bada boom. If we reload the website, I know I already scrolled down, but if we reload the website, it's a little animation. There's the, whatever you call it, sticky add to cart there. Bam, bam, bam. So we have the 3 benefits there, or, what you can expect, customer data. See why Skinomics Lash Serum is viral. I'm using Atlas. I understand the website is not 100% fantastic. This is not fantastic. It's quite large. But yeah, you can scroll through and then you can do that. We have here the more in-depth us versus others, or our product versus other products. You'll see there why we're the best, experience unmatched results with our formula, blah, 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 blah. All our thing there, the best I've ever done for something like this. My FAQ here as well. Then you'll see here the reviews. This could have been better. I didn't have any images. There was an LAI product thing. I could have uninstalled it and reinstalled it. Anyways, maybe this was a potential thing that I didn't address. I just noticed this now. But yeah, we didn't have any photo reviews. So that's a potential thing as well. We'll check here. We'll go, okay, buy one get one free, 4 milliliters, 60-day supply, $30. That's chill. So for 2 months, for $30, my lashes can grow. Fuck yeah. Or buy two get two free. Maybe the product didn't have enough value or reason for someone to get two free, right? 120-day supply. Maybe it should have been, buy one, then do a subscription. So bam, $50, add to cart, boom, custom checkout. I thought this was fucking rad, bro. I thought this was like a sick checkout. Timer, BOGO deal, discount. Let's just say one. Okay, shipping protection. I added that after. It's a free money. Checkout, and we have a little custom checkout here with a review here. And then I'm not going to scroll down because my probably autofills my thing. And then $50, you have a little review, all that good stuff. Okay, so that's the website. 20 minutes. This has already gone on for 20 minutes. Let's speed this up. So that was the website. Some things that were wrong on the website. Sure, but for testing, I didn't think it was crazy bad. You know what I mean? What else do I have to talk about? Well, analytics, pre, post. Yeah, so for the next product I'm running, here are, oh yeah, I should probably take you to this here. So this was my 11th failed product. The lash growing serum. Successes. I had one sale for 40 CAD, purchase conversion value. 3 campaigns divided by KLA sales, high, medium, low. Perhaps that was unnecessary. Maybe I should have angle tested. Maybe I should have audience tested. Maybe I should have objection tested or any other number of, kind of the high, medium, low sales on KLA data relative to the video, UGC video. Maybe that's irrelevant. Fantastic metrics on day one, lots of link clicks. The best website I ever created, hands down. That's true, despite some things that were wrong. Addressed and solved the real problem of short lashes. Multiple benefits. Great hero. Low cogs. This is just my perception. Great hero, low cogs. Felt like a real brand. More link clicks and impressions than any previous Meta campaign. This is my 3rd product I've ran on Meta, so I'm happy with those good metric, higher clicks and higher impressions. The last 2 products I ran were dog shit, impressions and link clicks. Failures. Ad account constantly restricted due to TD blocking my debit card from making purchases because I had $100 in funds that I tried to put in, so they kind of flagged that. I paused the campaign at 12 a.m. on day 1 and unpaused at 8:15 p.m. a.m. the next day, skewing meta optimization. I've been told that could skew the meta optimizing, Andromeda optimizing my campaign. Bad funnel despite good landing page. Drastic sessions to ATC drop. As I already explained, I'll go over that in a second. So keep in your mind, the creatives were good. The only thing that was wrong was, the purchases and the high ad spend. Okay, so there's something wrong there. We know that I had high ad spend, better impressions that I normally have, but I have low purchases. If my metrics were good, my CPM was very high, very, very high. Here is what I'm thinking. Well, look here. Here's the failures. Ad account constantly restricted. TD, okay, we already did that. And did not add enough money to funds at the beginning. Meta restricted account. I know that's a rookie thing. I didn't add $300 initially. I just added $100 on the first day. I forgot. It's stupid. I know. It was a back-end issue and a payment issue. So that was my fault. That was retarded on my end. 25 minutes. I'm gonna finish it up. So yeah, high CPM. We'll have here. So my tasks is next on my next product. What I'm gonna set up tonight. Find a high demand impulse product. My buddy just did 50 grand running, I won't say it, but 50 grand running a impulse product with really high demand, with a really, really passionate community. And I'm not going to say I'm going to drop everything and do only high demand, only fucking niche, only people who are really caring about, X product, Y product. I'm going to try and, find products that also have a problem solving element. But if I'm looking at it from the perspective of what consumers want, and it's much easier while I'm testing, while I know nothing about anything in this game, it's much easier for me to run these pump and dump testing stores. It's much easier for me to run them when I'm selling something to someone who already wants it. Do you see what I'm coming at here? So I'm going to try and find a high demand impulse product. I'm going to sell something to someone who wants it to make as much money possible. Okay? That's number one. Number two is create the store quick. I did create a whole store in the beginning. Then I found out the creatives, I couldn't use the creatives because they were all Spanish and they had the product in it. So it would be it would be tons of friction for the product in the creatives to be completely different than the product on my PDP, my landing page. So I started from scratch, totally remade everything, did the really branded store and everything like that. So I need to create the store quicker. I need to ensure that the creatives on Kalo Data, that the product are all set and done, that the creatives and the product is good, so that I can create the product page so that it all aligns with the product. That needs to be first and foremost on my mind, because I didn't look at the creatives beforehand and I couldn't create the website because they were all in Spanish, and stupid of me, stupid. And then source the ads. Yes, that's goes into what I just said. And then make sure the ads are sourceable, that they're not Spanish UGC. Configure the campaign structure differently. For the next product, configure different campaign structure to fix budget allocation. So the campaign structure that I've been doing for all this time on Meta, and even on TikTok when it was running other products, has been kind of the same. Now, moving on to Meta with this Andromeda update, there's a couple different opinions that I've heard, videos that I've watched, big people in the space have said, that I've read on Reddit, like guys who own agency companies, other people that have done numbers, my own friends with kind of their own personal success. Here's kind of the three biggest ones. So number one, the campaign you want to have is just as many fucking creatives as possible. Give the algorithm content. Just let it fucking rip and spend your money and just give it tons of creatives, okay? The next one is just have a more kind of structured campaign setup. One campaign only, $100 a day, 3 ad sets, 3 creatives each. And you can do a different angle per ad set, or you can do a different audience per ad set. Or in my case, which I did irrelevantly, was the best. So Kalo Data, 3 Kalo Data creatives that had really high sales, 3 Kalo Data Kalo creatives that had medium sales, and 3 Kalo creatives that had low sales, which is irrelevant. It just doesn't really make, I know it's worked for some people. It's worked for my friend. I'm not saying that's, just in my mind it's irrelevant. If you're watching, don't, I'm not calling you out. And then the other one is have your campaign structured in a way where Meta with the new or the Meta AI with the new Andromeda update can recognize each creative as an individual creative, different from every other creative. With my creatives, they were similar in format, kind of the talking head, same location, maybe car, bathroom, same kind of idea where you put it on. There were variations. I wouldn't say that each creative had a totally new concept. So perhaps that was something different. But there's actually a fourth one. But for this third one, the guy is saying what you want to do is basically have each creative be very different from each other so that meta, as you saw in my metrics, my metric breakdown, if you scroll back in the video, so that Meta won't spend all your budget on one ad and it has a little more diversity to kind of give more budget and spend. The fourth one is only test. So that would be testing with like completely different creatives. And the fourth one, which I've heard from Spencer Pauliu, or however you say his name, Pauliu. This is quite dark, huh? Whoa, that's better. I should have done that the whole time. And the fourth one is what you want to do is just have your campaign structured in the same way you've always been doing it, or whatever way you want. But with the creatives, just make sure that you're only testing hooks. Now, here's my thinking: three campaigns, two ad sets, like one ad per ad set, or like one ad set, one ad, or or like three campaigns, three campaigns, um, one ad set per campaign, two ads per ad set. And the reason I'm saying this is because I had three ad groups. All of my spend went to one ad group with in one creative. So it's like, bro, what was even the point? I know all those creatives weren't shit. Yes, I know. I'm not. There's no way I'm smarter than $1 trillion, multi-billion-dollar AI system. I understand, but bruv, was it really necessary to spend fucking $300 on one creative? I had like 12 other creatives, bro. Come on. Okay? There's no way that one was better than all the other ones. I think initially it had better metrics, and so might have just blasted the spend all on that ad and kind of left all the other ones in the dust. And I just don't think that worked wonders for my conversion rate. As you can see, because I only got one purchase in the entire campaign, spending $300. Okay, so that's maybe something I'll do. That's the fifth one. That's from Asan. Don't pause the campaign. Don't overread the metrics. Surf scale only at BROAS. I don't even know if anybody made it this far, but if you did, join the Discord. Um, because I'm trying to grow it. I have some like-minded people in there, and post your wins in the wins channel. But yeah, we have a cool Discord. I think we have about 80 people in there now. So if you're in ecom, just join. Text a little bit. I'll be in there. Ask me questions. I don't have a ton of knowledge. I'm just documenting. If you're new to ecom, if you're like more successful in ecom, come mentor me, please, because I don't know anything. And yeah,